winds from the east, there's a mist coming in, like something is brewing and about to begin. Can't put me finger on what lies in store, but I feel what's to happen all happened before. A father, a mother, a daughter, a son. The threads of their lives are all grabbing undone. Something is needed to twist them as tight as a string you might use when you're flying a kite. Chim chimani chim chim, cherry chim cherry.
Hurry up, Jane, let's run! Come on, look, I just have that on your lessons. I can't do my lessons if I'm flying high, and you can't make us. You're only on now.
Oi, not you two again. Come along home. Oi. Let me get it today.
Very well, thank you. Willoughby.
By Jove! Is that the beauteous Miss Lark I spy on the
Admiral.
Morning, Admiral. How shy is it?
dark clouds gathering on number 17. Tomorrow morning I'm with you.
Of all London's byways where I doth me gap, this one's the hardest to find on a map. Cherry Tree Lane, as sweet as a song, but the nannies who come here, they don't stay for long. Chim chimani chim chim, cherry chim cherry.
With no nanny in the house. Me. That's who. I said my sins, girl. That's all I'll say. I'm done with this house forever. Well, good riddance to you then. And don't mind your rubble on the way out. Katie Nana! Where are you going, Katie Nana? Katie Nana's gone, and is it any wonder? Driven out demented by your children's pranks. Do you really think I made another blunder? What on earth am I to say to Mr. Banks? George, dear, I'm feeling so bereft, dear. Another nanny's left, dear. Every nanny goes, we're lucky, I suppose. We are never going to find a perfect nanny.
Nonsense! Precision and order, that's all that I ask. The running of the household are straightforward tasks. The children, the servants, are all your domain, whilst I remain the sovereign of Cherry Tree Lane. Count! The simple truth is you became 6 nannies in the last 4 months, and they've all been unqualified disasters. A nanny should govern. A nanny should rule. A nanny is a paragon who suffers. Now, fool! A nanny's a Star Wars. Our children would gain from having such a nanny at Cherry Tree Lane.
What's George?
So take control of situations. Show your authority when interviewing staff. You know your role. They know their stations. Efficiency and forethought cut the jobs in half. Briefcase!
I thought Katie Nana would be firm with the children. She always looked so cross.
Winifred never confused efficiency with a liver complaint. Umbrella!
If only we could find someone like your old nanny.
I'm afraid that's not realistic, my dear. Few women alive could manage Miss Andrews' standards of efficiency. Besides, we can never afford someone of her caliber.
Precision and order, he wants nothing less. It's like an army barracks. Yes, and we're in a mess. No wonder the nannies are driven insane. We're living in a madhouse in Cherry Tree Lane.
Now, Winifred, if you do want to please me...
No, I do, George.
very well. Then place an advertisement in the Times stating that Jane and Michael Banks require the best possible nanny at the lowest possible wage.
We better give them ours before they make another mistake.
I would stress that...
Father, what's that in your hand, dear? We've written our own advertisement.
What's on?
Oh, please, George, I think we should hear it.
Now, Winifred, none of your theatrics.
Listen. Wanted, a nanny for 2 adorable children.
Adorable! Well, that's debatable, I must say.
If you want this choice position, have a cheery disposition, rosy cheeks, no warts.
That's the part that I put in!
Play games, all sorts. You must be kind, you must be witty, very sweet and fairly pretty.
All the ridiculous...
George, please. Take us on outings, give us treats.
Sing songs, bring sweets. Never be cross or cool. Never made us castor oil or raw.
Love us as a son and daughter.
And never smell of holy water. I put that bit in too.
If you won't scold and dominate us, we will never give you cause to hate us. We won't hide your spectacles so you can't see.
Put toads in your bed or pepper in your teeth.
Hurry, nanny, many thanks, sincerely, Jane
And Michael Banks.
Oh.
That's quite enough Tommy Rots for one day. Now, will you please go upstairs and let me get to work?
We were only trying to help.
Don't tell anyone to make me late. Oh, where's my hat?
George, dear.
Hat?
I thought you put it down here. I'm sure of all the hat can simply
Do
disappear.
you think they'll find a nanny who
There it is.
doesn't run away?
It's brushed with boot polish.
Precision and order, that's all that I ask. The running of a household, a straightforward task. The children, the servants, are all your domain.
Whilst I remain the sovereign, mind you use the day well.
He remains a sovereign.
I hear him at 6 o'clock sharp.
He remains a sovereign, a cherry tree
Good morning.
Yes?
I've come in answer to the advertisement.
What advertisements? We haven't placed an advertisement. Not yet.
George and Winifred Banks live here, do they not?
Mr. and Mrs. Banks live here, yes.
And you are looking for a nanny.
Well, I suppose.
Very well then. Now, let me see. Play games of all sorts, which I most certainly can. Take us on outings, give us treats. Michael, it's our advertisement. Rosy cheeks and fairly pretty. There's no objection on that score, I hope.
Oh, none at all.
I'm glad to hear it.
But how do take it up with Mrs. Banks? She handles all that side of things. Nothing domestic has anything to do with me. And don't forget the references.
I make it a rule never to give any references, but I thought it was usual. A very old-fashioned idea to my mind. The best people never require them now. I see. You have every third Thursday evening off from 5 until 9. The best people give every second Wednesday from 6 till 8, ma'am, and that is what I shall take. I see. Well, I guess it's all settled then, as long as I'm satisfied. I shall see the children now, thank you. Of course.
I don't like that.
You'll find them very nice children. Now, Michael, Jane, this is... Mary Poppins. Jane, don't stare. And Michael, close your mouth. We are not codfish. Best foot forward, spit spot. Sprill, it appears we have a new nanny.
Then she passed her interview then.
Or I did. I must say, tidier than I was expecting. And who's responsible for that?
Me! I am. I like to keep things neat.
Do you indeed? Well, I look forward to making use of that. If there's one thing I can appreciate, it's a child whose word I can depend on. And who's he when he's at home?
That's Valentine. He's mine.
Well, from the look on his face, I'm not sure he'd agree with you.
He's just a doll, and I don't want to play with him now, anyways.
Well, if you treat him like that, he might not want to play with you. Now, first things first. I always say the proper place to hang a hat is on a hat stand.
There's nothing in it. You'd better keep an eye on this one. She's tricky. Mary Poppins, how could you know to be wanted in a man? When we made our list?
Your list? I am not an item in the weekly shop, thank you very much.
How did you come then? It's as if the wind just blew you here.
It did? Now, both of you, stand over there. Just as I thought. A noisy, mischievous, troublesome little boy.
You're making that up. A noisy miss.
Now you. Thoughtless, short-tempered, and
I did. Let me see.
By the time the wind is blown, the wind been around, I'll show you, if I can. No matter what the circumstance, from one thing I'm renowned. My character is spit, spot, speak, and span.
What about your measurement, Mary Poppins?
I'm practically perfect in every way.
Practically perfect.
So people say, each virtue virtually knows no bounds.
chimani, chim chim charoo. I does what I likes, and I likes what I do. Today, I'm a scraper, and as you can see, a scraper's an artist of highest degree. And it's all me own work, from me own memory.
Not me, not these again.
Come on, Mr. Parkkeeper, it's just me pictures like it always is. There's no harm in them.
I'll be the judge of that. This is my parking. I say that they're facing a public railing, and I want it removed. This... that is to say, just you watch it. That's all. Just you watch it.
Thank you. Hold it right there. I know that silhouette anywhere. Mary Poppins!
It's nice to see you, Bert.
Well, I must say, you look swell.
But how does he know you? He can't know you. You've only just arrived.
I wasn't born 1 minute before I walked into your house, my prince. Have you met these two, Bert?
I've seen him running about chasing a kite.
Not a real kite.
So what are you up to?
Mary Poppins says it's a game. It's called A Walk in the Park. Some game, rather than spinach.
Come on, Bert. You're due for a break. And you promised you'd take me out when we met again. Or have you forgotten?
Oh no, of course I ain't married. But,
Oh dear. Is that all you've got? Oh, never mind, then my treat. And no one's charging for the trees in the sky, are they?
Mary Poppins, is he really coming with us?
And why shouldn't he?
Well, to start with, he's a bit dirty, isn't he? Father would never approve.
what's that?
You can't come. You're too dirty, and we don't want to go to the stinky park anyway.
Oh yes, you do! Because when you're walking with Mary Poppins, you go to places you never dreamed of. And if she says it's a game, she's got something in mind. You can be certain of that.
That's a painting of the park, isn't it? It's not the park. Well, not our park anyway. Look, trees are much brighter green and the sky's quite a different blue.
I think you'll find it's just the way I've drawn it. All that it takes is a spark. And something plain as a park becomes a wonderland! All you have to do is look up you, then you'll understand why it's a jolly holiday with Mary. Mary makes your heart so light.
Oh, really?
When the day is grey and ordinary, Mary makes the sun shine bright.
You do talk nonsense, Bert.
Oh, happiness is blooming all around her. The daffodils are smiling at the door.
I haven't the faintest idea of what you're
When
talking
Mary
about.
holds your hand, you feel so grand. Your heart starts beating like a big brass band.
You've enough grass for all of us.
Oh, it's a jolly holiday with Mary. No wonder that it's Mary that we love. Come along.
Boring, just like other nannies thinking. Parks are good for us. It's just statues of some grannies. I don't understand all the fuss. Is she? Do we need to spite us? We could lose her for a lark. Perhaps it's all a plot. I'll tell you what. She seems so different, but I bet she's not. There is nothing to excite us in the park. What was that?
You're quite wrong, you know.
Who are you?
I'm Melius. Surely you know that. You sat beneath me often enough. And I've waited half a century to take a walk on a sunny day like this.
Ain't it a glorious day? Right as a morning in May.
I feel like I could fly. Have you ever seen the grass so green or a bluer sky?
Bluer sky. It's a jolly holiday with Mary. car if I may say so.
Thank you, Bert, and you may.
Each man out with his dog will stand ascot to see a statue take a gentle jog. Oh, it's a jolly holiday, merry. No wonder that it's Mary that we love.
It's a jolly holiday with you, Bert. Gentlemen like you are few. Though you're just a diamond in the rough, Bert, underneath your pride is blue. You'd never think of pressing your advantage. Forbearance is the hallmark of your creed. A lady needn't fear when you are near. Your sweet gentility is crystal clear.
It's crystal clear.
Oh, it's a jolly holiday with you, Bert. A jolly, jolly holiday with you.
Mary?
You've done it to yourself, Bert.
Let's go for a jaunty saunter. We are bound to make a mark. Looks like all of us were born to take a promenade in the park.
Jane? Oh, it's a jolly holiday. When Mary holds your hand, you feel so grand. Your heart starts beating like a big brass band. Oh, it's a jolly holiday, Mary. No wonder that it's Mary that we love. No wonder that it's Mary that we love. Jane, did that really just happen?
Yes, but how? Mary Poppins, of course.
How do you know Mary Poppins?
She's an old friend of my father's.
Your father's? Well, you're a statue, and you can't have a father.
Well, if that's true, then why do I miss him so much?
Isn't your father one of the other statues?
No, he lives far away from here.
Do you really miss him?
Well, of course. Wouldn't you miss your father if you hardly ever saw him?
Well, I'd have to think about that.
Interesting. I can see him very well. That's it. That's what it was.
What's that?
The plinth is half empty and the statue's gone.
Do you mean you've lost your marbles?
This is your fault, ain't it? I knew she'd have trouble when you arrived. And now we've got a statue missing. Don't lummy!
Nelius, will you play with us again?
Well, of course. I'm not going anywhere.
Then we'll see you soon. Goodbye, Nelius.
Goodbye.
Nelius's father must be so lonely. Could he ever see Nelius?
Anything can happen if you let it.
How long will you stay?
We'll see.
Don't leave us, Mary Poppins.
I'll stay until the wind changes. Now, Say your goodnights and run along in.
Good night, Michael.
Good night.
Good night, Jane.
Good night.
Good night, Mary.
Good night, Bert.
Poppins! Poppins! Come! Come!
Bundle of rags.
Oh. Poppins! Poppins!
Jane and Michael would like to say goodnight.
Tell them you've given me the message.
George, please.
Oh, Daddy, we've had a fantastic day. We danced with the buskers, sang with the statue, and met Queen Victoria. You wouldn't have approved, but...
If you know that, then why did you do it?
Daddy, could I have a kite? A proper one?
Could you fly it?
You could always teach me.
Now, when would I have the time to do that?
Father, who is the Daddy of Nelius?
Would you please let me get on? Good night.
Poor Michael. All he cares about is flying kites, and his beloved astronomy, of course.
I used to love astronomy at his age. My nanny, Miss Andrew, soon beat it out of me.
I suppose we do need a new nanny, George. It is out of the question to without one.
Don't be absurd. Of course we need a nanny. All the best people have nannies, so their wives can do charity work and entertain. Which reminds me, how is your tea party coming on?
I'm not sure. It seems so odd to send out invitations to people I hardly know.
Ah, but the people you should know. Remember, by your friends shall ye be judged.
Yes, but that's the point. They're not my friends. Actually, I heard today from Clemmy Bunting. She's rehearsing a new play at the moment, and I thought I'd ask
How
her.
many times must I tell you? I wish you to sever all connection with that part of your life.
George, I was an actress. Lots of people might find that interesting. I always talk as if I should be ashamed of it.
Well, it's not exactly something to be proud of. Winifred, dearest, I'm only thinking of you. I want people to admire you, to respect you.
I know, George, but sometimes it's hard.
It's not hard. It's your job to be Mrs. Banks.
And what's your job?
To pay for everything. What is it?
I was only going to listen.
Oh, all right. Are you going to say anything to Mary Poppins about this afternoon?
I don't think so.
Very well. Just make sure she's doing things our way and not hers. What's good old rules? If you can bend them, we need a nanny who is disciplined and stern. With boys and girls, you don't befriend them. I fear that Mary Poppins has a lot to learn.
Being Mrs. Banks should be an easy role, and yet it's one which I don't seem too good at on the whole. I have a comfy home, I have a simple life, I have a name which tells
change, tides can turn, sink or swim. See what you learn. Me, I was told when I was small, just not a train, so I learned them all. Jim, Jiminy, Jim, Jim, Jerry,
Morning, Bert. Swapping the next head I see.
Gotta keep the streets ship-shape, man.
Pop, tell me, how things aboard number 17? All smooth sailing with Mary Poppins, I trust.
There's rough weather on every voyage, Admiral.
Ah, Mrs. Locke. What those children need is a touch of a cat and a night out on the yard arm.
What those children need, Admiral, is a touch of happiness.
Miss Brill, don't make the sandwiches swirly. They'll be stale before the guests arrive.
Everything's under control, ma'am.
And what about the cake?
Cooling on the tray, waiting to be on.
And you're quite sure you know how to ice it?
I'm quite sure.
And what about the tea and...
And in case you're worried, I haven't been exchanged by fairies for a total nincompoop.
Oh.
No.
Well, I'll just pop and check the drawing room then.
I'd like to be helpful. Well, I'd like to be rich, but the good Lord thought otherwise.
Mother wants you in the drawing room.
Well, she can't have me. I've enough on my plate as it is.
She says you could tell Roberts and I what to do.
Well, did she indeed? Why don't I just go smoke by the gasworks for good measure?
Please, Miss Brill, I don't mind. Honest.
Oh, all right. I'll give you one task and one task only. And if you get this wrong, so help me, I will swing for you and sing as they pull the lever.
What is it, Miss Brill?
Put the icing tools next to the cake. I will need a bowl of hot water to warm them. I will make the icing as soon as I get back.
Icing tools? Hot water? I'll make it as soon as I get back.
Do you think you can manage?
Is that all?
For you, yes. For me, no. Once the cake is done, I have the sandwiches next because Mama wants them fresh. So I can't start them until there's no time to finish them. I swear a slave in ancient Rome was on a pleasure cruise compared to my life in this house.
Don't just stand there, Roberts and I.
Right. No.
What are you looking for?
A bowl for the water.
Michael, why don't we just make the icing? Well, because we don't know how? Don't be so feeble and get me the eggs. If Mrs. Brill can do it, it can't be that hard. Aren't there eggs in icing? There are 9.
I don't think Miss Brill will thank you.
Well, then she will be guilty of a great ingratitude. Is it supposed to look like that?
It doesn't look like that when Miss Brill makes it.
Don't be impertinent and get me the cake.
Honest, Miss Jane. I was only trying to help.
If you would...
Oh!
What have you done? Roberts and I! Oh dear, shall I call the doctor?
Oh, I don't think that will be necessary now.
Oh, how can you be so unkind when you know just how important my party is? You two deserve some very nasty medicine, just you wait till bedtime.
Oh, I don't think we should wait till then, ma'am. Why not go up and get changed? And we'll clear up, won't we?
But we're not ill. I won't take it and you can't make me.
And that, as in so many things, your information is faulty, Owen.
But it's strawberry ice. I'm not sure I like strawberry ice.
I'm not sure I care.
I'm cordial.
All right, now, off we go, you two. Michael, I know you like to keep things neat,
And Jane?
I told you she was tricky. Must we? Can't Roberts and I do it when he wakes up? He's the servant.
With an attitude like that, you'll get through a lot of stuff before you're very old. Besides, in every job that must be done, there is an element of fun. You find the fun and snap the jobs that pay, and every task you undertake becomes a piece of cake, a lark, a spree. It's very clear to see that a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down, the medicine go down, medicine go down. Just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down in the most delightful way. I couldn't agree more. A robin feathering his nest has very little time to rest while gathering his bits of twine and twig. Though he works hard in his pursuit, he has a very toot-toot. He goes a song will move the job along. Just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine
Go down, the medicine go down, medicine go down. Just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine
go down in the most delightful way. Spitspot! Cups and saucers, please! Rum punch, my favorite. Mary Poppins, you're a miracle worker. How did you get them to do it? Just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. The medicine go down. Medicine go down.
Just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down in the most delightful way.
So, just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. The medicine go down.
Medicine go down. Just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down
In the most delightful way.
in the most delightful way. Just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. Medicine go down. Medicine go down. Just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down in the most delightful way. In the most
We'll be off now, ma'am. Jane, Michael, Spitspot.
Sorry, ma'am. These came in this morning. Roberts and I forgot to get them to you. They're letters from your guests. They're not coming. None of them.
Oh dear, do you think we chose the wrong day?
No, ma'am. I think you chose the wrong people.
In the most delightful way.
Where are we going today, Mary Poppins?
I thought we could play our next game.
What game?
It's called A Visit to the Bank.
That's not a game. Did Daddy agree? If he did, you must have put the idea in his head somehow.
Well, what an impertinent thing to say. Me, putting ideas
ideas into people's heads. Really.
Dreams of power and position, and it's our job to back them to the hilt. Fortune, investment, and advice, they'll pay our price. The bedrock's always pays our bill. Banks, a word. I see Air Von Hustler is coming in again today. Have you made your decision?
I believe so, sir.
Good, good. Make sure it's the right one.
What objections could you have? My security is more than adequate in Latin America's emerging market. What's the matter? Have you no courage?
But Mr. Von Hustler, what I haven't been able to grasp is, what exactly is your final product?
What do you think? It's money, of course.
Yes, money, but I wonder, making money out of money, is that enough?
Are you man enough to be a banker? A man has dreams of building an empire to make his name in many distant lands. Well, it's a new world, I'm told. We'll soon strike gold and seize our chance with both our hands.
Assessing the market, limit the risk. Risk forever. Risk.
Come to your decision, Mr. Banks. You know there's a town of good people whose fortune's dependent on you.
I know that.
Give us a chance. The factory could be open in weeks and be expanded before the year's out. Please, Mr. Banks, I've given everything I've got, believe me.
I do believe you, Mr. Northbrook, and I've tried to find a way, but there's just not the collateral.
What about my workforce? Decent men who want a better life. They're my collateral. My men have dreams to earn an honest living, a wife and kids, a home to call their own. If you'd invest in us today, it paves the way. Promise we'd repay the loan.
I'm sorry, Mr. Northbrook,
Hello,
but
Daddy!
what on earth are you doing here? Can't you see I'm busy?
No, we're done. And no man should be too busy for his own children. Oh, what brings you here, young man? Have you come for some money as well?
Hardly. What would they need money for?
It's never too early to learn its value.
I know the value of this. 6 pence.
No, that's what it's worth. Its value's in how you spend it. Do good. May you have good luck.
And what do you say to Mr. Northbrook?
Thank you.
I'll wait outside.
What is the meaning of this? Really, Mary Poppins, I'm not without a sense of humor.
Aren't you, Daddy?
No, I am not! When I was your age, I've never dared influence my father.
Were you ever a little boy?
Of course I was! But my nanny, Miss Andrew, kept me out of my father's way. And he'd have been very annoyed if she hadn't.
What about your mother?
I shouldn't think I saw either of them more than once a week.
Didn't they mind?
Mind? No, they were glad to be rid of me.
Then who kissed you goodnight? Miss Andrews?
Oh, certainly not! Never had time for hugs and kisses and all that soppy nonsense. What's the matter?
Poor Daddy.
Poor? What do you mean poor? That's maybe the man I am today, eh, Mary Poppins?
Yes, I'm afraid it did.
Well, that's enough. You've seen my work and I have a great deal to do.
Daddy, when you invest the bank's money, what are you looking for? A good man or a good idea?
I suppose I should say it's a good idea, but a good man is much rarer, much more valuable.
Come along, children.
Mr. Von Hustler, I've considered your arguments, but I'm afraid my answer is no.
So, you don't recognize a good idea.
Perhaps not, but I recognize a good man when I see one.
You will regret this, Air Banks.
hasn't broken. A man with hopes, ambitions to fulfill. A man you're certain at first glance deserves a chance. Now, Mr. Northbrook, when exactly can the factory open?
Oh, thank you, sir. You won't regret it.
There's that horrible old woman!
Don't point. For your information, she is not in the least horrible.
But she's just a bundle of rats.
When will you learn to look past what you see? Each day to the steps of St. Paul's, the little old blind woman comes. In her own special way, to the people she calls.
Ah, buy my bags full of crumbs. Come feed the little birds, show them you care. You'll be glad if you do. The young ones are hungry, their nests are so bare. All it takes is tuppence from
That's what she cries, while overhead her birds fill the skies.
What are you doing? I'm going to give her my sixpence. What a waste!
That is a matter of opinion. Here, save your sixpence. All around the cathedrals, the saints and the apostles look down as she sells her wares. Although you can't see them, you know they are smiling each time someone shows that he cares. Her words are simple and few. Listen, listen, she's calling to you. Feed birds, tuppence a bag. Tuppence, tuppence, tuppence a bag.
Hold on.
Tuppence, tuppence, tuppence a
Why, Willoughby? Well, as she is now, you can tell her yourself.
That's Willoughby, Miss Lobster.
Don't interrupt when someone's barking. You were saying. Well, if she keeps wandering off, maybe it would be best to put her on a lead. Willoughby! Oh, Willoughby, here she comes
my
now.
dog! Willoughby! Oh, there you are! Oh, Mummy's here! You know, sometimes you'd almost think he could talk.
But can Willoughby really talk?
Of course he can. It's getting him to stop, that's the problem.
How do you learn to talk dog?
How do you think? You master the grammar
Practice when you can.
and avoid mongrels.
Far too much slang.
Well, anyway, I can't stand here all day talking shop.
Talking shop. What a silly expression.
There's nothing silly about it in the least.
What would you buy in a talking shop?
Well, conversations, of course.
Well, I've never seen a talking shop.
But there's only one, and it belongs to Mrs. Corey.
Who's Mrs. Corey?
Who's Mrs. Corey? Mrs. Corey's older than anyone else in the world. She talked to William before he went conquering, Thad before he went to Paling, Alexander when he weren't so great.
We'll have to call it a shop in the park.
There's no shop in the park.
Remember, anything can happen if you let it.
That is it! I am out of conversations!
Good day to you, Mrs. Corey.
Well, if it isn't Mary Poppins with Jane and Michael Banks.
She knows us.
And how is poor little Georgie?
Who?
Georgie Banks, your father. He used to give his nanny the slip and come into my shop here in secret.
Well, it can't have been the same Georgie Banks. It would have been over 40 years ago. And no one can remember that far.
Listen, dearie, I remember everything. I remember Georgie used to love my gingerbread. I wonder if we've got any left today. Annie, Granny, look lively.
Yes, Mother.
There you are, gingerbread pieces with gingerbread stars. Georgie always used to save his stars. Now what can I do for you today, Mary Poppins?
Well, I was hoping for an ounce of conversation.
Well, I'm right out of conversations, and I'm out of words too. You see, I've had a lot of chatterboxes in here today. But let me see what we've got left. Ooh, I do have some letters. An ounce, you say?
Yes.
That'll be 15 letters.
All right.
Come on around and take your pick.
All right, Jane, you choose 7.
I've got a D, G, R, U, C, L, and I.
They're no good. You can't make a conversation.
Your turn, Michael. 7 more.
Well, got an A, F, S, E, T, O, and a P.
I will choose an X. Now, let's see what words we can make.
I see dog and cat.
Good, Jane.
Rattleblex, that's 9.
My God,
Lattice, that's 11.
Those don't count. You made them up.
Well, where do you think words come from in the first place? Somebody's got to make them up.
Well, you know, we can always choose the same letter more than once. Now, let me see here. Supercalifragilistic. Expialidocious.
Oh, you made it wrong.
Of course it's a word. And unless I'm very much mistaken, I think it's going to be a rather useful one. When trying to express oneself, it's frankly quite absurd to leaf through lengthy lexicons to find the perfect word. A little spontaneity keeps conversation key. You need to find a way to say precisely what you mean. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious. If you say it loud enough, you'll always sound precocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Umdiddle-diddle-umdiddle-I, umdiddle-diddle-umdiddle-I.
crafted on the mighty monoliths.
The ancient Greeks, I'm certain, would have used it in their myths.
I'm sure the Roman Empire only entered the abyss because those Latin scholars never had a word like this. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. If you say it softly, the effect can be ambitious.
Check your breath before you speak. In case it's alitosis.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Of course, you can't say it backwards, which is so quillia,
She may be tricky, but she's bloody good.
So when the cat has got your tongue, there's no need for dismay. Just summon up this word and then you've got a lot to say.
Pick out those 18 consonants and 60 vowels as well, and put them in an order which is very hard to spell. The winds may blow, but who's to know exactly what is bringing? Good news or bad, happy or sad, the pendulum keeps swinging.
Put that stool there and stand back. You are never to come near this vase, nor no one but me neither. It is an heirloom. And while I do this, you are to stay completely immobile. Do not move a muscle. Do not even breathe, do you hear me?
Our games played, our changes made, and still the road is long. And though they might yet fly and hide, sometimes the wind's too strong.
What's happened? Are you ill?
No. Should I be?
Of course not. Only why are you home so early? Is everything all right?
No. No, everything's all wrong.
My dear, what is it?
If you must know, I refused some German chap alone. It seems he went to our chief rivals, they gave him the money, and now it's turned into a gold mine.
Well, I can't expect you to get it right every time.
I can't say that's exactly what they expect.
Oh, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious. If you say it loud enough.
That is more than loud enough. Go to your room.
But we were just.
I don't care what you adjust. Upstairs now. Where's my briefcase? I had it right here. Michael? Jane? Will you give it to me? Must I put up with this behavior? You're the mother, why can't you do something?
Well, I can try not shouting for a start.
Mary Poppins, you are here to teach the children manners, and just look at them. They're a pair of little savages. If I had my way, you'd be out of this house.
George! I'm tired. Mary Poppins, don't leave the children down tonight. Mr. Banks is quite exhausted. Perhaps you could keep them occupied? I hope you haven't forgotten, ma'am, but tonight's my evening out. What? Oh dear, I had forgotten. I suppose the best people wouldn't ask you to change your plans. No, ma'am? They wouldn't?
It's not fair. Daddy loses his temper and we're shut up in the nursery. Daddy's mean and rotten and I hate him.
Jane, take that back, isn't it? You'll not ever criticize your father.
Why not? He criticizes you. Last week he said you were neither use nor ornament.
How dare you?
I heard him say it and so did you.
Sometimes people say things they don't mean. Let's take the children upstairs, Mary Poppins. Children. George,
What is it now?
I thought you might like to talk about it.
What will be the point?
Perhaps I can help.
Don't be ridiculous.
George, I'm serious. If you have troubles, I'd like to share them.
Don't worry. You will. The fact is, I've been suspended without salary until they decide what to do with me.
Twists and turns, ups and downs. One moment smiles, the next moment frowns. All the bad-tempered faces had better change quick, 'cause if the wind changes, the face might just stick. Chim chimani chim chim, cherry chim cherry.
It's not fair. You're going out and we're left on our own.
You have plenty of toys to play with.
I don't want to. They're boring.
Well, if you treat them like that, then they might say the same thing about you.
Why does Daddy get so cross? Fathers are supposed to look after their children, not yell at them all the time.
Maybe. But have you asked yourselves who looks after the fathers when things go wrong?
The mothers, I suppose.
Not the children.
Wouldn't that be rather upside down?
Sometimes families are upside down. For a while, anyway.
Well, I don't want to be in an upside-down family. I wish I could just run away.
Jane.
Why don't you? Somebody might talk to you. You'd miss me. No, I wouldn't, and I could have all your toys. No, you could not. Yes, I could, and I jolly well would. Give that to me. Mine now. Now look what you've done.
That is no way to treat Valentine. What's he ever done to you?
He's a doll, silly. He couldn't do anything.
That'll be all, you two. Now off to bed at once.
But we haven't had our milk.
There'll be no buts, and there'll be no milk either. If you can't be good, you may as well be sorry. Poor Valentine. Go inside and make yourself presentable.
I wish you'd just leave us alone.
Be careful. The things that you wish for.
Well, I will go to bed and you can't make me.
And that, as in so many things,
Your information
is everything else in the end?
They're not playing the game, not playing fair, not with the dog, not with the bear. Thrown on the floor and neglected, and they were playing the game. Please tell them, Mary Poppins.
Why don't you?
What's going on? What's happened to toys? Make them go small and back in their box.
Fine. You've had them. You've called the names. Now it's their turn. Summon the tide. Now is time to tell of your woes, to tell of their crime. Cry, cry. Come on, come home. It's afraid. They need to hear what we have to say.
Wait from us. Make them stop. Back in your box.
Treat us well. Don't deserve fun.
So what should we say?
They stamp and shout.
They stamp and shout, create such a fuss. They need to learn. Oh, no, you
Well,
You think you know everything.
I couldn't agree more. Jane,
They're our toys. We'll do what we want with them. So there.
so there, indeed. Playing the game, having a ball. Those who won't play shan't play at all. They've learned to play the game. Is that you, Bert?
Where the smoke is all billowed and curved, between pavement and stars is the chimney sweep's world, where there's hardly no day, nor hardly no night, where things are in shadows and halfways in light, on the rooftops of London. What a sight.
Oh, so you are asleep now, are you?
It's the best view in the world, eh? And who gets to see it? The stars, the birds, and the chimney sweeps. There's nothing that can be it, eh? Now as the ladder of life has been strung, your my finger sweeps on the bottommost rung. Though I spends me time in the ashes and smoke, in this whole wide world, there's no happier bloke. Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim chiree.
A sweep is as lucky can be. Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim chiroo. Good luck will rub off when he shakes hands with you.
Or blow me a kiss,
Bert,
and that's lucky too. You're going then?
yes, the winds have changed.
But they're good kids, Mary.
Would I be bothering with them if they weren't? But I can't help them if they won't let me. And there's no one so hard to teach as the child who knows everything.
So,
So they'll have to do the next bit on their own.
chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim chiree.
When you're with us, you're in glad company.
and glad company. Nowhere is there a more happier crew than them which sings chim chim cherry chim cheroo. Chim chimani chim chim cherry chim cher.
Cheerio, Pat. Look after them for me.
Does the note say? Dear Jane and Michael, keep playing the games. Au revoir, Mary Poppins.
What in the name of heavens are you two doing out here? Where's Mary Poppins?
Gone.
Gone? Well, if that don't take the bloomin' beat.
Mrs. Brill, what does au revoir mean?
Oh, it's French, I know that much. Does it mean God bless you or good luck? Oh, till we meet again. Now get out of here before you catch your death.
there! Filth!
Well, we are rather short-staffed at the moment.
Hasn't anyone ever cleaned those curtains?
Now wait just a minute.
And you must be the children. Kitty, I don't suppose you know who I am.
Yes, we do. You're the Holy Terror.
Impudent boy! And you're Jane, I suppose. Why aren't you wearing stockings?
Don't like them.
Tut, what manners! I can see there's not a moment to lose. These children have been spoiled. I've arrived here just in time. By chance I've brought the punishment that best befits the crime. Brimstone and treacle and cod liver oil, liberal doses of each. These are the traits from which children recoil, the lessons I'm going to teach. Just follow my model and don't mollycoddle, it may lead the irksome to irk. Just seek satisfaction in punitive action. Brimstone and treacle will work. Open up.
Does it taste as bad as it smells?
Worse.
Do I have to?
Well, I don't know if you should open it. Brimstone and treacle and caramelic soap. These are the tools of my trade. With spoonfuls of sugar, you don't have a hope of seeing that changes are made. Where manners are chronic, my teacher's the tonic that's certain to wipe off a smirk. So pour out a ration in matronly fashion. Brimstone and treacle will work. Your son should go to boarding school at once. As for the girl, I shall take charge of her myself. I won't stand for whining or whinging or whimpering, crying or lying or sobbing or simpering. I fear it's clear that in these two such bad habits lurk. I've threatened to throttle, then uncork the bottle. Brimstone and treacle will work. Now show me my room. Brimstone and treacle will
I'm disappointed. Truly I am. I thought it was going to be, you know, yes. With the umbrella.
What are we going to do? The only thing we can do. Run away.
Easy now. Your friends are gonna hurt you.
Oh, Bert, it's just you. You're filthy.
Perhaps a smudge or two. Just so happens today I'm a chimney sweep. Now what's the matter? Who's after you?
The nastiest nanny in the world.
The nastiest nanny in the world, eh? Well, you two should know you've been through enough of them. She's really as bad as that.
She looks like something that would eat its young. Cassandra was Daddy's nanny, which explains a lot. Poor Daddy, ever since he stopped working, he just sits and mopes. Mary Poppins used to say that we could help him, but now it's too late.
Well, I wouldn't say that. Here, let's start off with a bit of a shake for good luck.
Why would shaking hands with you bring us luck?
Hasn't anyone ever told you it's lucky to shake hands with a sweet?
But what if you want some luck?
Huh. Well, I shakes hands with myself. Now, what do we have here?
Mike, look, it's a real one. What's wrong? You've always wanted to fly upon a kite. I've always wanted to fly one with Daddy.
Of course you have. But you need to learn how it's done first, get some training in. Then you'll make him the proudest father in the whole country.
You really mean that? You're not just saying it?
Did I say country? The whole blooming empire, more like. With toppings for paper and strings, you can have your own set of wings. With your feet on the ground, you're a bird and fly with your fist holding tight to the string of your kite. Oh, let's go fly a kite up to the highest height. Let's go fly a kite and send it soaring up through the atmosphere, up where the air is clear. Oh, let's go fly, fly.
Try again.
Try again.
It's not litter, it's a kite.
Why, what it is? Why, I haven't flown a kite since I was a boy. Now, we'll give her a one drop, and away she'll go.
But I want to do it.
Well, you let me help, won't you? Seeing as I haven't flown a kite since I was a boy.
Well, all right.
1,
2, 3.
When you're sent it flying up there, all at once you're lighter than air. You can dance on the breeze of our houses and trees with your fist holding tight to the string of your kite. Oh, let's go fly a kite up to the highest height. Let's go fly a kite and send it soaring up through the atmosphere, up where the air is clear. Oh, let's go fly a kite. Whoa! Pin it in, pin it in!
I can't stop. I'll help.
Here, let me.
You almost like one more time!
Excuse me.
I knew you'd come back.
Don't squeeze. I'm not a sardine in a tin. And where are your coats?
We didn't have time to put them on.
And why not, may I ask?
Because we ran away.
Have you indeed?
It's been so awful since you went away. And now Miss Andrews gone and Daddy's ruined. And we never helped him like you wanted us to. And we were too stupid to even hear.
Oh my eye! But your life's a tragedy. Now, let's go home and don't dawdle.
But she's there. She came as a surprise for Daddy this morning.
Maybe I'll be a surprise for her. That was a lovely greeting, nurse.
I meant it, Mary. You're a sight for sore eyes.
You really are. Welcome back, Mary Poppins.
I told you they were good kids, Mary.
And I told you they were worth bothering with.
All right. Now, see here. It is against the regulations. Coming down from the sky like that. And where from would I like to know where we're from?
If I were park keeper, I should straighten my cap and button my coat. Come along, children.
But aren't you going to shake hands with Bud for luck?
No,
Why not? We have.
I don't need any luck. Thank you.
Illusions may shatter, memory stay. Things that really matter are lost on the way. Sovereign, the master, long may it reign. The famous good for nothing cherry tree lane.
Michael! Jane!
They'll find their way home in no time. Oh, let's face it, Mom. They've had plenty of practice.
This time they're not being naughty. I'm afraid I made them unhappy. I'm afraid I made everyone unhappy.
They'll turn up. Don't worry.
George, dear, I know it hurts your pride, dear. But you can't just run and hide, dear. Why can't you see that I'm here? And I am on your side. Whenever you spoke of Miss Andrew, you showered the woman with praise. But now that I've met dear Miss Andrew, there are one or two things I'd praise. To think you were raised by that monster and carried that burden through life. If only you had seen that you could share it with your wife. Being Mrs. Banks, it's easy to forget the way I felt that summer's day, the day that we first met. Being Mrs. Banks, being kissed by you, a man of dreams who made me feel that wishes could come true. And now, although you're lost, it's time that we close ranks. I'll fight for the man who needs freeing, the real you whom no one is seeing, and we'll find a way of just being Mr.
Maybe they're all dead. Maybe she killed them all.
Not like that, you stupid boy!
Well, they're not all dead.
What's that noise? But you're very naughty to go running off like that, and I should be angry as anything. I went so pleased to see you. Where's Miss Andrew? She's left. Left? Why? She didn't give a reason, ma'am. How peculiar. So, Mary Poppins, if you're back, are you going to stay? I'll stay for as long as necessary, ma'am. It's the last time you left without a word of warning. How do I know you won't do it again? You don't.
Excuse me, madam.
Oh, Constable, I'm so sorry to have bothered you. It's quite all right. They're back, and...
Not all of them, ma'am. I found this one wandering in the park. Good evening, ma'am.
George.
Where is she?
Miss Andrew, she left.
Left? But how?
She might thought we were a little rude.
Rude? To Miss Andrew? Well, I can't forgive it. But I'll try to forget. In fact, I'd give you a sixpence if I had one.
George, you hadn't noticed. Mary Poppins is back.
Is she? Mary Poppins, I wonder if I might have a word. Look, there's no point in beating around the bush. Things have not gone well for us since you left us, and...
About my wages, sir. I shan't collect any just now. I should prefer to let them accrue.
But Mary Poppins, if you only knew how many are accruing as it is!
Is everything settled? It is. Now, I must be off. Jane, Michael, Spitspot. Are the trains playing up, or is Mrs. Brill cooking? Come on, darling. You made wrong decision, but after so many years of good service, what's the worst that can happen?
But if we're like to be dismissed by the baby, we'll be destitute. The servants will leave, the house will be repossessed, and we'll be sitting outside with children on the frosty curbside.
You still have what really matters. Children and us.
You're practically perfect in every way.
I guarantee.
Practically perfect. We hope you'll stay.
Let's wait and see. Uncanny nannies are hard to find. Unique and think unspeakably kind.
You're practically perfect.
And yet I'm sure there's still room for improvement. A few days more.
Is that looking new?
And if it is,
What's inside?
a portrait.
Whose?
You'll know when the time comes and not a moment before.
You are going to stay this time, aren't you, Mary Poppins?
I'll stay until the chain breaks.
What came? Where?
Oh, Michael, you must be careful. The room is a little excited to see me back, and you never know what can happen around a fireplace.
Whoa! Mary Poppins, help! Hi, Jane! Help! Mary Poppins, Mary Poppins, happening! Mary Poppins! Hello up there!
Hello.
Bert, what are you doing up here?
Where else should a sweet be? Our chimney swept, our secret kept, up here above the gables. Another world to be unfurled, the angel smiths and fables. Our chimney stack looks cold and black against the twilight sky. But never fear, there's warmth up here, perhaps you'll find out why.
What do I look like? Better.
The world is awfully big up here, isn't it?
And what does that tell you?
That we're awfully small and important.
Well, so speak for yourself.
Not us so much, but our troubles. They seem so big down in the nursery. Up here,
That's more like it. Troubles are never so bad when you look at them from a little higher up. And just remember, there are plenty of folk who can help you should you need them.
who?
Ching, 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 now guardian angels, you don't often see. They're not highfalutin, not grand nor aloof, nah. They're covered in soot, and they're up on your roof.
Chim chimney, chim chim.
it's true.
Brush away the dirt and soot.
Brush away your tears. All wet and swept away. Hang around for years.
In all weathers up or hours, we can see for miles. All right here, heaven is, on night out on its wide.
We may look the morning cruise, much with tar and much with tar and mud. When we meet a happy man, try to step in, try to step in, try to step in just in
Never need a reason, never need a rhyme. Step in
Never need a reason, never need a rhyme. Over the rooftop, step in time. Watch you step by step in time. Watch you step by step in time. Never need a reason, never need a rhyme. Watch me step by step in time. Please don't step in time. Please don't step in time. Never need a reason, never need a rhyme. Please don't step in time.
You see my eyes are crying, now you see the shade. When steps are going as smoothly as they might.
this? What is all this?
That's the delivery for God's sake, that's why.
Delivery?
Time to go now.
Cheerio, Governor!
What's up, Dad? Upstairs! Now! Jane, you too! Mary Poppins! Would you be kind enough to explain?
First of all, I'd like to make one thing clear.
Yes!
I never explain anything.
Well, it's happened. The chairman wants to see me at the close of business tonight.
Well, I'm going to come with you and jolly well give your chairman a piece of my mind.
No, that would only make matters worse. We might as well face it. In just a few short hours, I will have joined the ranks of the unemployed.
Oh, George, are you quite sure?
Quite sure. So we better make some plans. In fact, I'm afraid the time has come.
What do you mean your mother's face? Won't you miss it terribly?
Needs must, my dear. We always said we were saving it for a rainy day, and tomorrow it looks set to pour.
Oh, George, do be careful. Miss Brill. It's all right.
Mrs. Brill, is dinner ready yet? Oh, be quiet. I've already opened up all the windows.
I was only going to say that it smelled delicious.
My whole world's upside down.
Let's get you to the kitchen, shall we? It's all right.
Well, I never. So that's where I put them.
What are they?
Stars. Gingerbread stars I hid once from my nanny. I always knew I'd put them someplace no one could find them. The trouble was I couldn't find them either.
Quite right.
Aren't they? Even after all this time.
Here, let me give you a hand.
You know, I used to dream that when I grew up, I know everything there was to know about the stars. Funny, I haven't thought about all that in years. I'm not usually sentimental.
It's good to look back sometimes.
Is it? I'm not so sure. A man has dreams of walking with giants to carve his niche in the edifice of time. Before the mortar of his zeal has the chance to congeal. The cup is dashed from his lips. The flame has snuffed the burning. He's brought to rack and ruin in his prime.
Life's a run go, Governor, and that's the truth.
You know what I think? It's Mary Poppins. From the moment she stepped in this house, things began to happen to me. My world was calm, where all turned exemplary, and came this person with chaos in her wake. And now my life's ambitions go with one fell blow. Twice a bitter pill to take. It's a Poppins woman! She's responsible for all this!
I know the very person. But, Governor, what's that thing she's always saying? It goes something like, just a spoonful of sugar, that is all it takes. Changes bread and water into tea and cakes. A spoonful of sugar goes a long, long way. So have yourself an healthy helping every day.
A healthy helping of trouble, if you ask me.
It's like you always say, Governor. You've got to grind, grind, grind on that grindstone. But chocolate slips like sand through a sieve. And And all too soon they've up and grown, and then they flow. And it's too late for you to give just the spoonful of sugar to help the medicine go down. The medicine go down.
Medicine, go down.
Well, good luck, Governor.
Thank you, Bert. And good luck to you too.
Father,
What is it?
we've come to say goodnight.
Yes, good night.
Daddy, you remember when we came to the bank?
Yes.
Well, we were each given a sixpence and told to spend it carefully.
Excellent advice. That's exactly what you should do. So what did you buy with them?
Nothing yet. We kept them, and now we've decided to give them to you.
I suppose Mary Poppins put you up to this.
No, she hasn't said a word about it. But we know things have been difficult for you lately, and we haven't really been much help. So we thought a bit of extra cash might loosen things up a bit. It's a whole shilling.
Thank you.
We do love you, you know.
Jane, do you remember you once asked me who Neleus' father was?
Yes?
It was Poseidon, king of the sea. Good night.
Mommy, Daddy's really worried, isn't he?
Yes, he is. But always remember that he loves you very much. And that's far more important than jobs or houses or anything else.
You are going to the bank with him.
I wish he'd let me, but he won't. I wish there was someone there to speak up for him, to take his part, to show them what he's really like inside.
Why can't he do that for himself?
Because he's a man, and a very proud one at that.
Then you must go.
I'd like to, but I'm afraid it's just not possible.
Why not?
Because I'm a woman.
Mary Poppins says anything can happen if you only get out of your own way.
Do you really believe that, Mary Poppins?
Anything can happen if you let it. Sometimes things are difficult, but you can let it. Doesn't have to be so.
Changes can be made. You can move a mountain if you use a larger spade.
Anything can happen, it's a marvel.
You can be a butterfly, just stay level. Stretch your mind beyond fantastic. Dreams are made of strong elastic.
Take some sound advice
for me.
Tuppence! Tuppence!
Tuppence, tuppence.
Mr. Banks is here.
Come in, Banks.
Well, how did it happen? You turned down a scheme that was bound to make millions, and we want to know why.
Then I'll tell you. I refused Mr. Von Hustler because his scheme was hollow. It had no product, it had no substance, it had no meaning outside the walls of a bank. Yes, he talked about assets and profits and growth, but there wasn't a word about people. Now, I know if a man puts any value on real life, then as far as you're concerned, he's a washout, but I'm afraid I do value a gentleman. In short, George Banks Esquire has rediscovered the human race. I apologize for ruining the bank, but I do not apologize for understanding that there are more important things in life than making money.
We're in the bank. We're in the bank. We're in the bank. My dear chap, what are you talking about? You saved our bacon. Haven't you heard? Von Hustler's scheme has ruined our rival. You've kept us out of the nasty scandal since times began. We don't want your apologies. We're offering ours.
What?
And another thing. Do you remember giving a loan to a fellow called Northburg? Well, he's repaying it and opening 2 new factories. And with the percentage you've negotiated, we look set to make a fortune.
Oh, my word.
Well, that's just it. We're hoping they might tell us how you did it. Just give us the word, it'll be quite all right with us.
Give you the word. Give you the word. I'll give you the word, all right? Super califragilistic expialidocious. Even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious. If you say it loud enough, always sound califragilistic expialidocious.
Mr. Chairman, please forgive him. It's not his fault. It's all because of his nanny, Miss Andrew.
No, Dad. She taught me everything I know.
Then now's your chance to forget it.
That's right. And if you want to fight about it, then you come to the right
Oh,
woman.
it's all right, darling. It's all right. I haven't lost a million of money at all. I've made the bank a fortune.
Really?
Now, gentlemen, madam, if you please, we still have some business to conduct. All right. Now, Banks, George, by order of recompense, we'd like to offer you the position of senior manager at W current salary.
Exactly how much have you made again?
Triple? Quadruple your current rate!
George, close your mouth. We are not crawfish.
Well,
I accept. But you must understand one thing. From now on, my family comes first.
agreed?
Agreed.
I'm afraid I underestimated you. How can you ever forgive me?
How can you ask?
It was selfish of me to keep you off the stage. You'll want to go back, and I won't mind if you do.
No, I loved it, but I found a role I'd rather prefer, and I'd like to enjoy it for a very long time.
Anything can happen. Raise the curtain. Things you thought impossible will soon seem certain. Though at first it may sound clownish, see the world more upside downish.
up after, won't they?
Of course.
How long will you stay?
Here. Keep it, if you like. But it's a present.
It's your telescope.
And now it's yours.
Thank you.
Both of you, run along in, it's getting cold.
I love you, Mary Poppins.
You're a fine boy, Michael Banks. And one day, you're going to make a fine man.
Oh, Mary Poppins, it makes me so anxious when you talk like that.
Like what?
Sweet and kind, and not a bit like you. Be cross, Mary Poppins, be cross.
It's not the things I get for all the trouble I've been through.
That's better.
That's dainty bird.
I painted them, Mary, for you.
Thank you.
It's tonight, isn't it?
Yes. Afraid it is.
Well, goodbye, Mary.
Goodbye, Bert. Look after yourself. Every job, when it's complete, there is a sense of bittersweet. That moment when you know the task is done. Though in your heart you'd like to stay, to help things on their way. You've always known they must do it alone. There. Practically perfect. And I hope it remains so.
Look, a note. What does it say? Michael had the telescope, so you can have a look at. Look, she signed the end of it. From Mary Poppins, with a good deal of love.
Mary Poppins.
She's gone.
Tom, how peculiar.
She'll be back. Now, what do you think of this?
It's amazing.
Could we fly together?
Oh, Daddy! Mary Poppins won't be coming back. She's gone forever.
How could you possibly know such a thing?
Because we don't need her. Not anymore. And other families will, won't they, Daddy?
They will.
I suppose she's right, George. And we could do without a nanny from now on. What do you think?
I think you'd better come dance with me.
George, this is serious.
Look, wasn't that a shooting star?
You can use my telescope.
I was right. Wish on it, children. My dearest love.